We have our tortoise and the hare race question. That's right up here. The hare is traveling 1.2 kilometers per minute and the tortoise is traveling at 0.01 kilometers per minute. They're running a 5K race and the tortoise has an 8-hour head start. I'm proceeding to use straight lines math to solve this because I see the kilometers per minute unit. When I have a unit slash unit as a unit, that tells me that sounds like a slope. And it sounds like a straight line situation. I'm going to proceed in that way. First, I'm defining my variables. X equals number of minutes. Y equals number of kilometers left. The trick with defining the variables this way is to realize that as the minutes go by, you have less kilometers left, so that indicates a negative slope. So the hare's equation will be y equals negative 1.2x. And the tortoise's equation will be y equals negative 0.01x. But these equations don't have y-intercepts yet. And I have to have a y-intercept which is going to be plus 5 in both cases because at the beginning they have 5 kilometers left that they have to run. So that's an initial value which is often going to be synonymous with a y-intercept. So here are my equations. I'm going to plug a value into the hare's equation. When the number of kilometers left is 0, how many minutes have gone by? Moving the negative 1.2x across the equals, I have 1.2x equals 5. I'm going to divide both sides by 1.2, and I'm getting x equals 4.17 minutes. So the hare needs 4.17 minutes to finish the race, to have 0 kilometers left. Let's do the same thing with the tortoise. I'll move the negative 0.01x to the other side where it becomes positive. I divide both sides by 0.01. These cancel. I should show that these canceled. X is equal to 500. It takes the tortoise 500 minutes to run the race, or it would take 500 minutes, but he has an 8-hour head start. We have to calculate that. 8 hours times 60 minutes in an hour is equal to 480 minutes. So that means that the tortoise runs for 480 minutes before the hare starts. And then 20 minutes later, the tortoise crosses the finish line. But the hare crossed it after only 4.17 minutes. So since 20 is greater than 4.17, that means the hare does pass the tortoise. So we've answered the first part of the question. Now the second part of the question is how many minutes faster does the winner cross the finish line compared to the loser? And to get that, we do 20 minus 4.17 is 15.83 minutes. And we've answered the second part of the question. This question was answered using equations with a negative slope. And that happened because of the way we defined our variables. We defined the y as the number of kilometers left. If we want to do this with a positive slope in the equations, we have to define y as the number of kilometers covered. So that means that a student could do this question with the negative slopes and get all the way to the correct answer, and the next student could do the whole question with positive slopes and also get all the way to the right answer, and they both could get full marks on the question.